Hey Marvin, I'm just curious as to how you're feeling physically, where you are, and you're getting back to full health process, and how disappointing was it to not be able to finish the season on the court?
Um, I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling great. Obviously, if the season was longer, I'll be back playing. Next couple of days. It was just something that I was just being careful with. My groin. So, um, I feel great. I mean, it's unfortunate that I wasn't able to go out and finish, but it is what it is. I'm feeling great though. So, just going into the summer healthy, and just gonna continue to keep working and getting better.
You had that last burst before this latest injury. In terms of your performance, I know you feel good about that. Uh, what do you make of this season overall, though? I mean, certainly the injuries have been a big part of your story so far in the NBA. I know that's not the narrative that you want to be prominent. What do you make of this season and the growth that you were able to do in spite of missing some time?
Um, I mean, we did what we could, man. As long as I can look myself in the mirror and know that I gave it all that I can give, um, I'm fine. And I think I did that. And um, it's unfortunate we didn't get the outcome that we wanted. Getting into that 10th spot and getting trying to get a shot at the playoffs. But like I said, man, if for me personally, if I can look myself in the mirror and know that I gave it everything I had and controlled everything that I could control, then I can sleep at night. But it's one of those things where we're gonna get to where we're gonna get to. It's just a process, and we're just going through it right now.
Sean Cunningham.
Yeah, Marvin, I know you just completed essentially your second NBA season, but third overall. I'm just remembering back to that kid that got off that plane in Sacramento that when you were first drafted. And does that feel a long way away from where you are now? Do you feel like you've been through a lot since that moment?
And I'm a totally different person from there. Um, I've seen a lot, learned a lot. Being around the NBA, I've grown in positive ways. Had to go through bumps and bruises along the way to get to where I'm at today. But I feel like if I didn't go through that, I wouldn't be who I am. So man, I'm grateful for all the lessons that I've learned so far in my career, my journey, and um, I'm just gonna keep going, man. No matter what life or what this NBA thing throws at me, I'm just gonna take it with my chest up and keep continuing to go through this life, but with a positive attitude and continue to learn and grow.
And kind of along those lines too. I mean, you had such a vigor and a excitement for Kings and Sacramento at the time. Has that wavered at all? Has that changed at anything? Do you still have that same kind of excitement for this organization?
Man, I'm excited every time I get a chance to put on this NBA jersey, man. Um, it's ever since I was 3, 4 years old. My goal is to get to the NBA and be on this stage right here. So to be here with this team, to be here with the group of guys that we have, and it's unbelievable. It's still a blessing to this day. I still look back at draft night and still kind of am in awe that I made it. Still got a lot of work to do as far as me getting better and where I want to get to in my career. But just to be here, it's a blessing. I just thank God every day.
Jason Jones.
Hey, Marvin. Do you look back at the start of this season? I know you did a lot of work in the offseason to get ready. And we've heard guys talk about how COVID affected them as they tried to come back from it. Do you look back and wonder just physically what that did to you to start the year, just in terms of your strength and how that might have slowed you up to start the year?
I think COVID actually did. As far as my body and stuff, building it up before training camp. That's around the time where I caught it. It does something to you, man. It's different. You lose weight. You get tired. I know when I first got here and started ramping it up, my lungs they felt a little different than usual. Shortness of breath and stuff like that, but that only lasted for a little while, a little bit. And once I got my rhythm and got my body started feeling, normal again. I got into the flow of the season, how the schedule was. I was fine. But definitely when I did have it, it was kind of an adjustment period for me to kind of get back into the swing of things. So that COVID did definitely take a toll in that way.
And you've had a few, off seasons now, so you probably have a good idea of how you want to prepare, what you want to work on physically, mentally. Just how do you approach going into year 4, and what you can work on, and maybe some of the things that you worked on that you haven't had a chance to really get a chance to show out on the court yet?
Man, for me, it's the same routine, same mindset I have, every offseason. As long as I'm, putting in the work and getting better at what I need to get better at, even the things that I am good at, just tightening those things up, just locking in, focusing in on those things, and just the whole process of getting better, and just respecting the game. I think I'll be fine. I'll be okay. I'll be, good. Just still continuing to work on my body, still continuing to try to put the right things in my body, getting stronger, all of that, man. That's a part of my off seasons. And that's the same mindset I'm going to have going into, this off season coming into next season.
Sean Cunningham. Sorry.
Yeah, I was just curious real quick about Marcus. I mean, he's about to follow in your footsteps here, and with any luck, he's going to go and keep going with the draft and not go back. But just your thoughts on just him and his path, where it's taken him, and what's next for him.
Oh man, I'm excited for him. From the day he, decided to declare for the draft, I was excited, because obviously I've been through that process. I know how that process can be. And, this summer is going to be a lot of time with me and him, my whole family just together, just kind of trying to give him everything that I know so far from my time in the NBA, just to give him, just gems and different things to just prepare for and be ready for. So it's going to be a lot of time in the gym with him, just us being around each other. I'm excited. I'm excited, man. I know he's I've seen it firsthand playing one-on-one against him, and just watching him shoot the ball and the things he could do on the court. I think he'll be a tremendous NBA player, and I can't wait for that day to come. And I'm excited for him.
Saltis.
Hello, Marvin. How are you?
What's going on?
Great. I would like to ask you, after such a demanding season, both for you and the team, what was the biggest lesson for you, and how stronger you feel mentally-wise?
What was the biggest? Say that again, please.
What was the biggest lesson for you, and how stronger you feel mentally-wise?
I would say the biggest lesson for me, personally, was just no matter what's going on, no matter what is going on around you, just control what you can control. Stay locked in. And whether it's good or bad, walk with your chest up, smile, have that same attitude that you have if everything is going great. Just fight. And that's the main thing for me, is to fight. I've never, like I've said in the past, I've never been the type of person to quit, to give up on anything I've ever, done. So no matter whether it's good or bad, just staying with it, staying strong, staying positive, and just continuing to push through and making it to each day. And every day I wake up, every day I go to sleep, I just thank God for giving me the opportunity to do this. So those are, I named more than one, but those are a few lessons that I've learned so far. And like I said, in my journey in the NBA, and that I'm going to take with me to the rest of my journey.
And also for you as a team, you are a really young group of guys, with 1 year under your belt. Do you feel that the chances for a playoff spot next season will gonna be better than this season?
So I can't really hear you. Can you say that again, please?
Yeah, for you as a team, with 1 season under your belt as a team overall, you're gonna be the chances for a playoff spot will gonna be better in next season.
You saying our chances are going to be better?
Yes.
I think we have a great team. We got a solid team. The guys that we had finishing the season, we got a great team. We got a great chance. So, we just got to, all lock in. And like I said, it's a big summer. We just got to lock in and be ready, to come back and do it again. And, just be ready for whatever. So I think we do have a great chance.
We'll just take a couple more. Marshall Harris.
Hey, Marvin, I just want to follow up something you said about the play-in, and obviously that was the goal, especially late in the season. And you just talked a little bit about, feeling like you had a problem. Is there, because this is not your first offseason, is there any level of anxiety or anything going into an offseason where you don't know what changes might come, who might be back, what moves might be made? I mean, I know you talked about controlling what you can control, but as a player, how do you deal with that when so much is going on and so much could happen over the course of an off season?
I can't control what happens. You know what I mean? That's the whole, mindset. I'm not going to worry about something I can't control. It's whatever happens. All I can control is what I'm doing now, talking to you guys, what I'm going to do to get better. Everything else is, I have no say. I have no, it's not in my power to say or control what happens. So, I'm not anxious or nothing. I'm just gonna keep being me, being myself. Being around my family, growing every day. That's really all I can do. So, I'm not really worried about the other stuff that may or may not happen.
Okay, Marshall. Jason Anderson.
Hey, Marv. Good to see you today, man. There's been a lot of talk about relationships the last few days, really all season. Luke is big on developing relationships. Fox and Ty have talked about that. HB talked about it. I'm wondering from your perspective what that looks like. What is the dynamic? What is your relationship with Luke and with the staff and your teammates?
And everything's all good, man. Everything is, we talk to each other. We got, like I said, in the beginning of the season, it's open line of communication. I like the relationship I have with the players that I hear, everybody, gets along in the locker room, plane rides, wherever we at, everybody gets along. So that's always a good thing, for me personally to be around and be involved in. So everything's good.
Does it feel like there's room for improvement in any of those areas, whether it's, I don't know, I'm just trying to figure out, there's talk about winning culture here, and something has held this organization back for a long time. I know you're still fairly new to the league, but do you have any thoughts on what it's going to take to establish that winning culture here?
Keep sticking together, through the ups and downs, through the trials and tribulations of an NBA season. Just sticking together, not going, not separating as a team, as a unit. And that's the biggest thing. If we can continue to do that, we'll get to where we want to be.
All right, last one, James Sam.
Yeah, Marv, you're going into this offseason reasonably healthy. I mean, clearly you have a little bit of an issue there, but it doesn't seem like it's going to hold you back early. Just
I'm good.
Yeah. What do you want from this offseason as far as development, and just what do you want to come back with next year?
Just, man, getting better, man. That's my whole thing. It's as long as I'm better than I was, tomorrow than today, every day, just getting better than I was the day before. That's my only goal. Just making sure that I'm not going to go into details and all of that, but making sure I'm getting better every day and just locked in on the bigger picture and, just having fun with it. That's a big thing too. Is if it stops being fun, then that's a problem. So for me, just to have that same joy that I had as a 5-6-year-old kid playing in a YMCA league, as long as I got that and my work ethic, then I'm gonna be in good hands.
You flashed a lot of talent this year. We saw it, because you were able to stay on the court. Just, is there a chance for redemption here for you in Sacramento still?
What do you mean by that?
I mean, is there a chance for this to be your spot and for you to build and to be the building block that everyone is sort of hoped that you would be along your career?
Man, I mean, like I said, that's something that I have no say in. I have no control over. You know, only thing I can control is how hard I work, and if I'm prepared whenever it is we get back. If I'm prepared and ready to go, that's really all I can control. So all the other stuff, like I said before, is really out of my control.
All right, thank you.